With cervical cancer, you will not always have symptoms, especially in the beginning. Once the cancer has progressed, symptoms can start to show. My symptoms were painful intercourse, bleeding with intercourse, abdominal and pelvic pain. Weight loss started within like 2 months. Fatigue, nausea, discharge, which I had none of. I also had random bleeding for no reason at all, and it would only sometimes just last like an hour, and then it would just stop, and then it could be days later or a week later, and it would do it again. But the main symptom was bleeding during intercourse and painful intercourse. When I went in for my pap smear, it had been 18 years since I had had one, and at that point I went from the pap smear to a leap to the oncologist within, I think, 2 weeks. My oncologist acted fast and got me into treatment very, very shortly afterwards. An MRI actually accidentally picked up the mass that was growing on my cervix. I actually went in to have a MRI on my stomach because I was having stomach issues. So they didn't get the full picture of the pelvic area, but it was accidentally found. Before the MRI, I had went to the gynecologist because I had bled so bad. I also had went to the ER 2 years prior to that, and they told me I was premenopause. They did a pelvic exam, found something on my cervix, and did not tell me. I found out 2 years later when I went back to read the report that they did see something during that exam, but failed to tell me. When they found my cervical cancer, I was already a stage 3C1. I did 25 radiations, 5 internal radiations, and 6 chemo. 3 months later, I found out it had metastasized to my lung. Last August, I started my second round of chemo treatments, which included 5 rounds of chemo. And then at my PET scan in November, I found out that I was NED, which is no evidence of disease. I will still be on Keytruda for a maximum of 2 years. Or, if the cancer returns, I will go back to chemo, but I will always have to have some kind of treatment for at least the next 2 years. If everything goes good, I may be able to just go to scans, but 2 years is still a long time. So ladies, get your pap smears, get HPV testing if you're over the age of 30, and just watch your health.